Aries, you're still in bloom. You're often in a perpetual state of bloom, but bruh, where you're going, you've never been before. I promise. Where you're going, you've never been before, babe. Yo, 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 what's up, Aries? Happy birthday, bitch! I know it's like happy spring equinox, happy new year, welcome to 2026. And I know it's like, it's my birthday, it's my season. Why don't I feel like that? That's because Mars is closing out a cycle in Pisces. It's the end of an era, bitch. Like you, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you are closing out so many fucking cycles. Like I said previously, because you are going somewhere that you ain't been before, and what got you here will not get you there. And so there are major themes, major relationships, major aspects of yourself that are dying, that are being removed. I feel like it's almost like you're a flower that's being plucked in some sort of way. You make me feel like a chicken that's being plucked, where it's just like things that are part of you or have been like, or things that you identified with, things that you thought made you you, relationships that you thought would be forever, like things are being removed. You are being upgraded in so many ways. I mean it when I say an end of an era, bitch. Like shit is closing. We have not been here before. Mars is at the end of his cycle. He's not just closing out like a cycle, it's like a little thing. Like this is big. Mars is going into Aries on April 9th. Be sure to check out that Aries season astrology video. I did my big one with that one because whoa, the Aries season astrology is crazy. Everything is direct right now until May 6th, and it's gonna be Pluto, of all planets, that goes direct first and breaks that all planets direct energy. Hydrate, light it if you need it, but I know you do. I'm ready to dive in. Clear out any funky ass energy. Welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, Holy Spirit. Thank you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2026, baby. Now, there's always a problem child. Like there's always a sign every season where I'm just like, oh, I'm like dreading doing it, and there's all these delays around it. And for this season, it was us. Like, because yeah, I'm an Aries sun. So I'm going through all of these changes that I'm telling all of you about as well. But ooh wee. I just heard Paramore's Ain't It Fun? Ain't it fun? Living in the real world, being on your own, like falling in love with who you are, being an adult, essentially. I just feel like Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, your relationship to adulting is like changing in so many ways. Like how you show up uh, is just, moving from like childlike to teenager, teenager to adult, adult to like wise elder. There's just a leveling up, a maturation that's happening. um I feel like Mars is closing out a huge cycle. You will feel it when he goes into Aries. I promise you, things are about to be on the up and up. Mercury is coming into your sign. um Venus has done her stint there, and given you a boost. You've got Saturn in your sign, Neptune in your sign. Like you are being lit the fuck up, and it's intense and it's a lot, but it's happening for you. everything is happening for you, especially the bad stuff, the negative stuff, the challenging experiences are sharpening you, shaping you. And I just feel like, bruh, you may feel like a child, you may feel like a novice, you may feel like a student. You're starting over, and and it's not starting over like you're starting from scratch. It's just like, I haven't been in this phase of life before. Like, even for me, I've been single and plain, like, wilding for like over a decade, and now like moving from a very me centered life into being in a we that's serious. You know what I mean? There's something there about that. So I feel like I'm filming this on the full moon in Libra. This reading is technically late, but time isn't real, and it always happens when it needs to. And I appreciate you guys giving me grace for, uh, getting my shit together. You know, like, I just feel like this okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I feel like the way you think you're supposed to be feeling in Aries season is how you're going to feel in Taurus season. So it's okay if things are a little gloomy. It's okay if things are feeling slow, if you're grieving, if you're like healing from loss, if you're like in this, you may be still feeling like a pile of ashes. And I feel like in Taurus season, you are like, oh shit, I'm the motherfucking phoenix. I'm rising from the ashes. I can feel myself rising up. And so, I feel inclined to just like let you know, rest, give yourself grace. Your ruling planet Mars is traversing the most intense, the highest degrees of Pisces. That's death. That's soul ego death. That's death before the reincarnation. That's the belief before the consciousness. That's the spirit world before the incarnation. It's intense right now. You may feel lost, you may feel confused, you may feel unmotivated. Your ruling planet's in Pisces. And so I'm just giving you, like, give yourself grace to close out the era, boo. Give yourself grace to like clear your hands so that you can receive what the divine is trying to give you. The Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck is like, yo, there is going to be an influx of creativity, an influx of emotion. First and foremost, your ruling planet is in Pisces. Pisces is the sign of the I believe. Pisces is the spirit world. Pisces is all things beyond the veil, the ineffable. Aries, you may be in a place where you just don't have words for what you're fucking going through. You don't have words for what you're witnessing. You don't have words for what the world is going through. There's just Mercury's gonna come in and give you a lot of words. But I feel like there's something about emptying your hands so that you can receive the influx of the new. This is this full moon in Pisces. This full moon in Libra. Ooh, maybe something happened, maybe something pertinent about the full moon in Pisces. But this is and I feel like by way of the Almighty, there's this influx of love and creativity and sweetness. There is overflow. You are getting rid of some like things that have been blocking the divine from entrusting you with your overflow. Some of you, like, overflow is your baseline. That's what you're destined for, is to just be in this place of being able to give and give and give and have this like this endless well of energy. That's Aries shit, you know what I mean? But now there's this endless like well of like heart energy, like beautiful, like sweetness, a softness that you haven't experienced in a while, a creativity, a flow, a depth in your spirituality, really intense connections with people with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. Um, I feel like Aries season 2026 is preparing you for overflow. The astrology is really set up that way as well. I'm ready to just dive in. Okay, so first card out, Six of Cups reversed. Aries season 2026. Like I'm saying, there's this outpouring of emotion. Some of us are like closing out like soul contracts. People that felt like your soulmate. They may have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. I feel like there is a new foundation in the realm of your emotions that is being stabilized or being established right now. And in order for the new foundation to be established emotionally, in order for you to have harmony internally, emotionally, spiritually, creatively, there's got to be like the cleaning out of the pipes. I feel like the cosmic fucking Drano has like come in. That was that full moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo. I told y'all the cosmic cleanup crew was coming in. Ooh, and I just saw 10 on the clock. A reset, a new beginning. And so I feel like emotionally, your heart needs harmony. Aries, you are so good at fine tuning your melody. Your melody is your responsibilities. You are good at that. You're masterful at tending to you. And now now it's like time to process how to be more masterful with the other, which is all your shadow. That's Libra energy, your opposite. And so I feel like the old emotional wounds, abandonment wounds, issues around receptivity, issues around give and take. See, like I told you, there's something about being receptive. But in order to be receptive, you've got to let go of what you're holding on to. And I feel like that's what this full moon in Libra today is really doing. It's that in tandem with that lunar eclipse in Virgo, there is just this like cosmic antibacterial fucking flush that's happening in your life. And it's really centered around emotions and spirituality and your creativity. There have been blocks that are being removed. There have been friendships, connections, people, loves, like grudges you've been holding, childhood wounds you've been holding, especially if it involves somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. But I feel like there's something there around like you're letting go of like this childish version of yourself, or the those of us who have a wounded inner child that's been like running the show. They're not running the show anymore. Hydrate. I feel like also there are emotional outpourings that are coming towards you from other people. Other people are expressing their love, their gratitude, their thanks. Some of you may be getting recognition, reward in some sort of way. I feel like there are people with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio who are giving a lot of emotion, sharing. There's lots of vulnerability that's happening or taking place in your life. And I just feel like it's replacing childhood programming. Saturn, Daddy Saturn is in your sign now. And I just feel like your relationship to parenting, to self parenting, how you were parented, there's lots of just closing out cycles, closing out or like finally realizing, oh my God, this wound is healed, this scab is healed. Yeah, there's this that scar that was so big is just this little tiny baby scar now. Like there's just something there, I feel like, about um profound shadow work that's been done, because Chiron's been in our sign for fucking ever. And Chiron, the wounded healer, that asteroid is doing his big one on us, and it's just bringing up all these identity wounds that have been hanging out since your childhood, and you've been moving too fast to see them. So a lot of us have been cosmically slowed down with Saturn in your sign, Neptune in your sign, with Mars and Pisces. You've been slowed down in some sort of way. And I just feel like that slowing down, the distance, the ability to zoom out has given you profound insight and profound awareness. And I feel like extend yourself major doses of grace for how you're moving right now, because you're not optimized right now. You're not really optimized until April 9th. And so there's that to hold on to. The Two of Pentacles reversed. I'm telling you, there's something about slowing down. You got to tend to what's in your hands, what you've been holding on to, so that you can receive. But in some, this is how I see this with the, as the Six of Cups reversed is first, and then the Two of Pentacles reversed. I feel like there's some big aha moments around streams of income. what you're doing on your day-to-day with your day-to-day life, what very Virgo energy, you know, homework, service, day-to-day mundane routine tasks, the micro work, the managerial tasks that need to be done. I feel like Aries season is helping you take a fine-tooth comb through like the big picture of like, how do you want to spend your actual day-to-day life? What do you want your day-to-day life to look like? Do you want to keep juggling this? Do you want to keep doing this kind of work? Do you want to keep making money this way? What ways do you want money to come in? How can you have more passive income? How can you start working smarter, not harder? All of this stuff is starting to come up. Excuse me. I feel like there's a whole new cycle in regards to like how your day-to-day life looks like, a whole new cycle in regards to different streams of income that I feel like you're learning more about, or that you're going to be switching up how you like your streams of revenue. There's just some big stuff here. Sorry, this robe is a little loose. I just feel like there's some major shifts around like what your day-to-day tasks look like, and I just feel like you're generating a new flow. There's a whole new cycle that's coming in regards to money, a whole new cycle that's coming in regards to self worth, and how much physical energy you have in Aries. I'm telling you, you are not going to have the physical energy that you want to have until April 9th, until Mars goes into Aries. I feel like that just let yourself know that you're in a place of conserving your energy right now. Let yourself conserve your energy. 10 of Wands reversed. Let me just look at the rest of it. A High Priestess and then the Emperor reversed. Bruh, I'm telling you, this is the end of an era. You are not who you were 3 months ago. You're not who you were a year ago. Some major shifts have come in. Your relationship to like your inner parents, your relationship to your masculine and feminine energy is majorly changing. That 10 of Wands at reverse at the center of the reading lets me know some of us have been so set on working a certain way, and now we're kind of fucked up realizing that we've been doing it the hard way. We've been doing stuff that perpetuates survival mode. We have Some of you have been burnt out for 2 fucking years and you're just now realizing it. Some of us are just now realizing like what we need, what we've been carrying, what we need to put down, what is essential, what we need to lay to rest, what is excess, what can be removed, what can be subtracted, what we need to put more energy into, what we need to put more money or invest more into. I feel like with the 10 of Wands reversed, you are getting out of that energy or that place of burnout. You're getting out of whatever has been burning you out. I feel like there has been an overdue cycle in regards to, hey, like there's been an overdue evaluation of how you exert or express your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. I feel like this is so about you. Aries season is like really trying to uh get you into Aries season. And Mars in Pisces. Mars is not happy in Pisces, but he's closing out a cycle. He's doing what needs to be done. And I just feel like this Aries season and Mars in Pisces is really trying to get you in your High Priestess bag. It's trying to get you to lean into your intuition, to develop your intuition, to really start making spirit based decisions, not logic based decisions. It's trying to put you like the old empire, the old fantasy, the old way it has to be, the old outcome that you desired. Your outcome, all of that is changing. You're dreaming new dreams. You have new visions for your life. I feel like you have new friends coming in. There's a re-solidification of your relationship to yourself. I feel like some of us are becoming so much more profoundly spiritual, so much more like quiet and silent. I feel like please let the rest of Aries season be you like reading, you being slow, you consuming the knowledge and the data that you want to consume before you execute. I feel like Aries season 2026 is really helping you get more masterful in how you spend your time and your energy. Um, Hydrate. I feel like also some of you are healing some major parent wounds. For a lot of you, it's going to be about the father. I feel like your relationship to your anger, your relationship to structure, discipline, can you create a plan? Can you stick to it? All of that shit is coming up to evolve and to change. Um, I want to zoom out a little bit. Some of you are dealing with somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, and I feel like it's beautiful, it's profound, it's transcendent. Some of you, it's ending. Some of you, it's like something is ending and something is being given. The Six of Cup reverse is like there is a drought, there is a pouring out, and the Ace of Cups is like, yo, there is this influx of there is replenishment essentially. Some of you are dealing with somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, and I feel like it's very like más o menos. It's very like up and down, hot and cold, back and forth, left and right. It's just like that. There's a vacillation there. They may be vacillating about you. I feel like that person, those of you who are dealing with somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, they are going through a lot, or they're recalibrating in some sort of way, reshuffling in some sort of way, or some of you need to know, like, yes, you are being juggled and you need to be done being juggled. Those of you who are sensing that. Some of you are dealing with other people that have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, and I feel like it's really important to like establish healthy independence. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Aries season really needs to like it wants to give you the gift of grounding. It wants to help ground you into a new reality. But grounding you into a new reality also on the other end will require you to really like ground into your spirit or to ascend into your spirit. So I feel like there's like the above is of the below and the below is of the above. There's like this need to go deeper and downward and higher and upper, and you are being stretched, you are feeling pulled apart. Let God do it. Let the divine cook. I feel some of you are dealing with somebody with Cancer placements, or there's somebody that else that is very spiritual in your life. They will help you get your shit together. Some of you, it's time to have those important conversations with your mother, or your father, or there's like aha moments or realizations in regards to the parents. I feel like Aries, sun, moon, and rising, it's really important for you to be making very spirit based, intuitive decisions. So that requires you to spend more time with yourself, more quality alone time with yourself and your higher self in the spirit. Um, I also feel like how you're doing your business, there's just something, some of us are just learning efficiency, or a new level of efficiency. A new norm is coming in regards to money and business. Some of you are finally done dealing with some kind of like a tyrant, or a shitty boss, a shitty broker, a shitty manager, a shitty uh, someone of authority. I feel like has like maybe taken abused their power, abused their authority. Some of you have not been stepping into the fullness of your power and your authority, and that is what is shifting. I feel like the divine is really helping you shed. There is still the remnants of that year of the wood snake 2025. There's still so much shedding, before you can really feel what the fire horse is going to be, the year of the fire horse is going to be doing for us. We're still shedding. And Saturn is going to come into your sign. I feel like Saturn and Mars are going to conjunct. Mars and Neptune are going to conjunct. Like Mars is going to be crossing over those planets. And I just feel like it's okay if you're having an existential crisis. It's okay if you feel like you're having an identity crisis. That about tracks. Some of us have been so fucking hyper independent, and now it's just like, oh my god, I'm in the soft. I'm entering my soft love era. I'm entering this like sweetness, or I'm really learning how to boss up. I'm really learning what that looks like for me, what I want that to look like versus what I thought it was supposed to look like. Your values are changing, the way you see yourself is changing, and so you just need to get grounded in like what is really real for you, what is really authentic for you in Aries season, and you get clear about that and you start setting up Like, you start making sure your actions match your ambitions, Aries, and I just feel like the divine comes in and helps you take the fuck off. But I feel like you don't start feeling the heat, the fire, the passion, the readiness, the motivation until Taurus season. So give yourself some breaks. I'm going to go ahead and hop over on Patreon, and we are going to clarify all these cards. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. The link is in the description box below. We're going to clarify all these cards. Me and my ethical cult, we be doing dope shit. Come check it out. Holler. Let it go. The divine has so much that they are trying to give you, so much they want you to receive. You are being prepared to be in a state of overflow. And so get clear about who has that, who's going to have access to this overflow. Who you going to be divvying this out overflow out to? Who does this abundance, who will this abundance benefit? And make sure your shit is reciprocal. It's important to prioritize reciprocity and mutuality, and like really identifying who's really fucking down for you and who isn't. And who have you let yourself stay small for? Who have you stayed down with? Who have you just held down? Who've been holding you down but ain't been holding you down, you know? I'm ready to clarify these cards. I love you. I hope to see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Come on, let's get into it. Hi, Aries. Let's get into it. I'm going to start by pointing out only two major arcana. So I feel like I said earlier, the big aha moments, the big reveals, the divine intervention comes the deeper we get into Aries season, the closer we get to Taurus season. I feel like there are these major themes around spiritual insight and symbolism, and you understanding symbolism, diving deeper into esoteric knowledge and wisdom, spiritual care, meditation, spiritual practices. All of that stuff is like coming up to a season. I'm coming up to a head the closer we get to Taurus season. But I'm going to start by clarifying the Six of Cups reversed for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2026. Oh, the Magician? That's too, okay. I'm not taking all those. The Magician, yeah. It's really time to have this emotional outpouring so it can give you your magic back, your power back. There's an emotional outpouring, there's a shedding, there's a cutting off of some, like an ending of certain soul contracts, certain soul mate feeling relationships that you may have thought were going to be around forever. There's just like aha moments. It's all pushing you towards acting consciously and concentrating and experiencing your power in a new way. I feel like because of the emotional outpouring or the severing of these ties, you're about to know what you're doing and why in a different way than you have before. I feel like you're really like reacquainting yourself with your motives. You're understanding your intentions or other people's intentions way more clearly. You're able to examine the situations that you're in through different lenses and new eyes, especially when Mercury comes into your sign. Some of you are going to be having profound conversations with people with Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. And I feel like it's going to really help you understand who you are and all the tools that are at your disposal and how to get shit done. Something is helping you fully commit, or you're finally realizing who is fully committed and who isn't, fully committed to your greatest and highest good. I feel like Aries season's really helping you apply the force of your will and gonna help you feel very centered. And I feel like some of you, this emotional outpouring looks like
a book, a letter, a podcast, a piece of content, something that, some kind of spoken word or poetry or prose or a novel or fiction, you know, there's just something here, like you're able to put emotion into verbalizing something or something literary. Please clarify the Two of Pentacles reversed. I just feel like the emotional outpouring, the emotional grief, the emotional heaviness, it's reestablishing a new foundation within you, which is going to change everything, especially how you handle money. Especially, I just feel like what you want to do is becoming so much clearer. You're just getting so much more masterful in your mind. I feel like there's somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that may be really helpful in getting you to work smarter, not harder. Some of you, this King of Swords energy is you, especially when Mercury moves into your sign. I feel like you're just going to have lots of aha moments, and you're going to be way more masterful with your mind, your words, your thoughts, and how you communicate and who you communicate with. Some of you are finally like realizing that person with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, it's not worth juggling this. It's not worth going back and forth. Someone may be coming back from the past, or you may be just having these aha moments around how much of an emotional roller coaster something was, and how it's just important to like set it down, be done with that, and not subject yourself to that anymore. Aries, where we're at right now, you really need to be focused on grounding. Boots on the ground, boots on the ground. There's just something there about getting really like grounded in who you are, what you stand for. And I just feel like technology is going to help you get more masterful with your money. Take advantage of technology. Let yourself learn. Are there any other money messages for Aries? Ooh. The Eight of Cups came out, and it bounced around from upright to reversed. But I feel like you're being asked to get out of your comfort zone. You're being asked to move. You're being asked to aspire. You're being asked to make the uphill climb towards your dreams and your reality, and having this like change in the realm of your emotions. I just feel like you're ending a cycle with someone that was also very cold towards you. Or some of you are moving away from somebody that was cold towards you or juggled you, and you're moving towards something so much better. So please do not be afraid to let go of the subpar. Please clarify the Ten of Wands reversed. I just feel like some of us have been going in the wrong direction. And Aries season is showing us, some of us have been, you know, Aries, there are no friends like Aries friends. And some of us have just been putting so much fucking energy into friendships, so much energy into celebration, or keeping the family together, or keeping things fun, keeping things exciting. Some of us have been putting so much energy into wondering if we were in a third-party situation or healing from third-party drama. And it's just like, no, it's time to stop putting your energy into other people and not to be a groupie, and to start keeping it moving. All that energy that you were putting into other people, it's time to put that celebratory energy into ending your internal fight and into getting grounded. Getting out of a place of like pigeonholing yourself, or imposing some kind of, you know, prison on yourself. I feel like it's time to, you know how to protect yourself now, Aries. You know who you need to protect yourself from. And I just feel like it's time to move away from the kiki, ha-ha, like, just bullshit connections and friendships. Some of you are just realizing who your real people are, who your real friends are. And they're not some of the people who you would have considered A1 day ones. Some of you are noticing you had like a secret hater, or someone that wanted to keep you down on their level. They're not happy that you're concentrating or moving forward. And it's just time to really get in tune with your intuition. It's time for you to understand that like you are like, it's kind of giving internally, it's the end of the world as we know it. You know, I feel like some of you, like, you feel like your world is ending, or the way that life has looked has been so completely fucking different. It's because a version of you is dying, but all that heaviness is being turned into a part of a mechanism that's propelling you forward. You are being moved towards victory, and the divine doesn't want you operating on the old programming anymore. The divine needs you asking yourself really important questions like, are you in tune with your intuition? Are you honoring your gut? Are you honoring your feelings? You know, what's been going on with your dreams? What's going on with your meditation? What's going on with your spiritual practices? You know, why are you being so quiet? Why are you keeping to yourself? Have you been taking enough me time? What is your relationship to the unseen and to the intuitive and to the veil and to your gut and your intuition? You know, what needs healing? What new level of learning or certification, you know, are you maybe ready to commit to? Are you being present? Are you tuned in? Are you on autopilot? Are you ignoring or denying your spirituality or ignoring yourself? You know, where are you imbalanced? Where are you lacking flow? What needs more flow? The old flow is ending. The energy you put into the old flow is depleted. And so a new one is being established, and it's rocking your world because it's changing who you are and it's changing your life. You may feel a little unrecognizable to yourself the closer that we get to Taurus season. Please clarify the High Priestess. There's some big mystery at hand, and it's profound healing. You're learning how to surrender, and that surrendering to the divine is not weak. I feel like you're learning how to really lean into what faith looks like. I feel like especially with Uranus going into Gemini, there's going to be a huge uptick in your connection to technology, to friends. I feel like some of you don't realize, like, you are a rising star. You are the one to watch out for. You always have been. You still are. Some of you are doing profound healing around emotions, vulnerability, your relationship to your mother, your relationship to that Cancer or that Aquarius or that Pisces or that Scorpio. Some of you are really healing your capacity to receive. You are always the one doing everything for everybody. You're always the one fighting everyone's fight. You're always the one showing up for other people, hyping everybody up, and you haven't even realized that you're burned the fuck out. Imagine what life is going to look like when you're on overflow. Ooh, and I just saw 11 and 1101 when I said that. Ahaha. That one energy. Wishes coming true. Ooh, and I just saw 1111. Wishes coming true. Big time. What you've been wishing for. Some of you don't realize you have already planted the seed in the spirit. You just haven't experienced it, or it hasn't materialized into your physical 3D day-to-day life, and you weren't ready for it yet. The divine is preparing you in Aries season for the materialization of the stuff that you've been wishing for. So the divine, let God cook. You are being healed. Slow down. Please clarify the Emperor reversed. You know, I feel like the rest of Aries season, you need to be connecting with your inner and deepest self. You need to be meditating. You need to be visualizing a lot. You know, whatever spiritual community or journey you need to go on, you need to do it. But I also feel like, you know, regardless of gender, it's important that you like balance and integrate your masculine and feminine energy. That's a big thing. The closer we get to Taurus season, you need to be feeling rather than thinking. Okay? And with this Emperor reverse energy here, your power has been latent, or someone else's power around you, and has been latent, and it's time to be more assertive. You know, are people looking towards you? Are you shying away? Do you have lots of knowledge, but you're not sharing it? Are you withholding your power? Are you afraid to step into your power? Some of us, it's like, are you afraid to step up or step into authority. Some of you, are you afraid to stand up to the authority in your life? Some of you are being called to do it your way. It doesn't have to be the traditional way. Some of you are in unequal relationships, or are unhappy, or with very overbearing or controlling, or, you know, maybe mean partners, and you need to break the fuck out of that. Some of you are still healing from a partner that really made you question yourself. Some of us are really struggling with self-control. You know, what are you doing that isn't working? What is out of sync? Some of you are dealing with, like, within yourself or externally, something with like greed or domination, or fearing the loss of power, or, you know, dealing with all the suffering in the world, or spending a lot of time looking at all the suffering in the world. And I just feel like there's so much more still developing and coming to light. This is a call to really balance your masculine and feminine by defining those things more for you, what they mean for you. Because there is some sort of rise to power you are being prepared for. Powerful people are going to be noticing you. There is a stable future ahead of you. But we got to, like, suss out the instability. You know, it's like you've got to identify the weak points so they can be reinforced structurally, so we can have a structurally sound foundation. Please clarify the Emperor reverse. Yeah, some of us are angry. Some of us are still letting go of grudges from the past, need to let go of grudges from the past. The ways that we have the heartbreaks, the disappointments, we've been letting those things fuel us, and it's insufficient fuel. Your dreams are changing because you're not carrying, yeah, wow. Your dreams are changing because you're not holding those grudges anymore. You have a new outlook on life. There is a yield on your return. The things you set in motion are on their way back to you. You're learning how to merge your passion with your practicality in a different way. You're just needing to get grounded. We have to learn how to ground our passions into our actions and behaviors. The old dream, the old way that you thought it was going to be, it's going to be so much better. You are getting masterful in your harmony, your melody, excuse me. You're getting masterful in your melody so that you can be super masterful in the realm of harmony, and the harmony that's coming into you. Some of you, there is absolutely a very deep, loving, romantic connection that wants to come in, but God don't play about you, and they need to purge this, like, childishness out of you, childish behavior. That's really what it is. And not childish and like no disrespect. It's just like underdeveloped. There's underdeveloped programming. You had to do it all on your own, and there's no way you could do it all on your own. You know? So certain muscles got overworked, overdeveloped. And the divine's helping you tend to what's been underdeveloped so you can get balanced and have that balanced, whole, happy new cycle that wants to come in. But first, we gotta look at the heaviness so it can be purged. The things that we have not been saying, the ways that we've been holding ourselves back. We gotta uproot that shit out of us, because we've been holding on to it for too long. And now that we are learning how to, like, release our grip, bam. The resources, the tools, the need, the time, the energy that you need to rebuild comes in. I love you. You got this.